a waste.
My destination is clear.
Their fates sealed by my hand.
In darkness, we find ourselves. Darkness and light.
Witness true strength. Watch this!
It only clouds the future.
Darkness and light.
My destination is clear.
Darkness and light.
Hear this cursed one sing.
This story is not yet finished.
Travel awaits.
Darkness and light.
Sup, you beautiful bastards. You're watching the Philip DeFranco Show. It's a fantastic Monday. Hopefully, you did not burn your eyeballs today. If you did, a fantastic day to learn that the show is also available in audio on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. But hopefully that didn't happen and you're having a great day, and we're going to have a lot of news to talk about today, so just buckle up. Hit that like button and let's just jump into it. Starting with, y'all, I gotta be honest, I love me a solar eclipse. Not only because it shows us on a cosmic level that size doesn't matter, it's what you do with it, but also, too, I get to nerd out on all the ways that it impacts us in ways you may not realize. Starting with the most basic thing that a lot of people experienced a different eclipse today, which, by the way, North America is not gonna have another total solar eclipse again until 2044, with this one specifically stretching from the Pacific coast of Mexico across 15 US states all the way to the coast of Newfoundland, Canada, turning day into night for at least 30 million people and probably tens of millions more. And I say probably tens of millions more because this thing had hype, like Taylor Swift Eras Tour levels of hype, with eclipse chasers booking flights, hotels, and tickets to viewing parties, flooding towns and cities with hundreds of thousands of weekend visitors. And in fact, so much so, the Perryman Group projected that this would bring a $6 billion boost to the US economy, which, and I'm not kidding here, is about as much as Taylor Swift's Eras Tour generated. You know, we saw people celebrating all this in countless different ways, some hanging out with Bill Nye at Eclipso-Rama 2024 in Texas, and this as others boarded 2 Delta flights to track the path of fatality. In fact, NASA also following the path in 2 specialized jets flying at 50,000 feet to collect data on the sun's corona. You know, scientists more generally had a lot of weird shit to look out for today. Like, for example, the eclipse gave a rare opportunity to test Einstein's theory of general relativity, or because the darkening sun allowed astronomers to observe the shift in the position of background stars caused by the sun's gravity warping space-time. Also, you had biologists anticipating a change in wildlife behavior, or because with the skies suddenly going dark, they expected, not sure if it's a scientific term, but the dumber
My destination is clear.
animals to think that it was nighttime and start releasing hormones relating to sleep. Plus, with a sudden drop in temperature as well as pressure, it could have led them to anticipate an approaching storm and become anxious or fearful. But the most interesting animal behavior is that of humans. With people coming together to feel the entire spectrum of human emotions in a communal celebration. Some getting married, others giving birth, many downing beers, maybe all three. But with that, one group of people that was missing from this spectacle were New York's prison inmates. Or because last month, the state's Department of Corrections announced that due to safety concerns, all state prisons would be locked down during the eclipse. And so we saw in a protest 6 men at Woodbourne Correctional Facility suing the department, arguing there that it is their First Amendment religious right to witness the celestial event. With that, pointing out that the Bible describes an eclipse-like event during Jesus' crucifixion, with Islamic scripture also describing something similar after the death of the Prophet Muhammad's son. Though also, apparently just about anyone could find significance in Monday's eclipse. Or because the plaintiffs included a Baptist, a Muslim, a Seventh-day Adventist, 2 practitioners of Santeria, pantheistic Afro-Cuban folk religion, and 1 atheist. And that last one explaining in a court document, eclipses are important because they inspire awe and deep reflection, and are a rare opportunity for everyone to come together, enjoy our common humanity, and share joy at being alive. And apparently, that argument actually works, because in a settlement just a few days ago, the state let those 6 men go outside to view the eclipse. So notably, it doesn't appear that other inmates got the same privilege, which is yet another example that the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Is that the phrase? What is the phrase? It gets the grease. As my grandma used to say, same difference. But as amazing as all this was, it's important to remember that for some people, Eclipse Day is going to be the worst day of their life. With that, professional nerd Hank Green even explaining why in a video.
It is not really the amount of light that comes from the sun that's dangerous, it's the quality of that light. It is extraordinarily high energy light. So even if it's just the tiniest sliver of sun still visible as the moon goes over it, if you look at that for as little as a few seconds, you might permanently damage your eyes.
I think also adding that a second danger is that you're gonna have so many people driving on the road, which will inevitably just cause more traffic accidents.
We actually saw this in the numbers leading up to the 2017 eclipse. Fatalities and car crashes went from the background rate of around 7.9 deaths per hour to over 10 deaths per hour.
The warning that this year's eclipse was even more dangerous because it was so accessible to so many more people. But for now, we're gonna have to wait to see what those numbers are, kind of like how we have to wait till July 5th to see how many people accidentally blew their fingers off because of fireworks. But in the meantime, I gotta ask, how was your eclipse day? For me, it was whatever. I kind of ended up just getting lost in thought about Heroes, like the TV show Heroes, because there's a meaningful eclipse in that show. And then I just got sad because the writer's strike on that one, while very important, it ruined what I think was going to be one of the best shows on TV. But maybe it was always, I don't know. Main point, happy Eclipse Day. And then we got a lot of quickie entertainment news, starting with celebrity legal drama. Like, for example, country music star Morgan Wallen just got arrested for throwing a chair from a rooftop bar in Nashville, with Metro Nashville Police releasing a statement on Twitter saying Morgan was booked for 3 counts of felony reckless endangerment and 1 count of misdemeanor disorderly conduct, with the chair landing on Broadway close to 2 Metro Nashville police officers. And USA Today obtaining an affidavit where officers claim that he threw the chair for, quote, no legitimate purpose. Which for me just begs the question of what would a legitimate purpose be to throw a chair off of a roof? Like, that's just a weird sentence. Like, would he be fighting the fucking Green Goblin? But the good news is reportedly there were no injuries. As far as Morgan, he was released by 3:30 a.m. after posting bond. Also, regarding celebrities having legal trouble, we should talk about Jonathan Majors. He just got sentenced, and the big thing is that he avoided jail time because he was facing potentially up to a year in jail after being convicted of assault. But this judge instead ruled on probation, ordering him to pay a $250 fine and undergo a 52-week counseling program, with outlets like Variety noting that programming is specifically about domestic violence and that it'll start off in person in LA with future sessions possibly being virtual. And then on top of all that, he'll also have to complete his mental health therapy that he's been in and provide updates on that. But if he doesn't end up complying with his sentencing and probation, he could end up facing jail time. Then, in not legal news, but other quick celebrity news, you had Billie Eilish announcing her new album, and then there being fallout after that, with her writing on Instagram today that the album Hit Me Hard and Soft will be coming out in May. That she won't be releasing any singles leading up to it because she just wants to hit people with the whole thing all at once. Obviously, had Billie and her fans excited, celebrating the news, but then something appears to have happened that pissed Billie off, and that's because she posted Instagram stories saying, fuck you, to Rolling Stone, with accounts like Popbase saying that she wrote and then deleted this after the outlet allegedly leaked her track list. But currently, the outlet's article on the upcoming album doesn't have the track list, so it looks like it may have been removed. But it is worth noting that they aren't the only ones that appear to have shared it. Pop culture news accounts still having the track list posted. Places like Genius Lyrics have it as well, but Billie's fans are primarily going after Rolling Stone, just pissed off at them, slamming them on every corner of the internet. Though for their parts, neither Billie nor Rolling Stone have said anything more about the debacle. And then we've had a lot of planes and ships and in the news doing things they're not supposed to do, but unfortunately, today is no different. With most recently, passengers on this Southwest flight that took off from Denver yesterday getting this show, right? And what you're looking at here is the engine cowling, which is a removable sheet of metal that's normally supposed to cover one of the plane's engines. Except here, when someone looked out their window, they saw it sheared off, striking one of the wing flaps and just kind of whipping in the wind like that for 25 minutes. With the flight then immediately returning to Denver, and thankfully nothing else went wrong. So of course with this, one of the first questions was, what plane was it? And like with what's been the case recently, it was Boeing. With this particular model being a 737-800, which was built in 2017. But to be clear, at this point, like, we don't know that Boeing is actually to blame here. But it could have just been the result of faulty maintenance, not a design issue. A Southwest spokesperson saying the incident was a result of a mechanical issue. But either way, you got people saying Boeing and engine ripping apart in headlines, and they're going, oh, there's more of the same recent troubles. Which, I mean, not even including the two big crashes that happened years ago. It just seems like there's been bad news after bad news since January. Or back when the Alaska Airlines 737-9 MAX blew out its door plug mid-flight, which of course led to a DOJ criminal probe and a $1 billion lawsuit. But then of course at the same time we've had horrible boat news. Because of course 2 weeks ago the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore collapsed after a container ship lost power and rammed into it, that killing 6 people, and only 3 of those bodies have been recovered so far. Cleanup crews also working, removing 1 Statue of Liberty's worth of debris from the river so far, though notably the ship's still stuck there. And we're also now finding out that there was almost a repeat of that disaster on Friday night, because reportedly another large container ship nearly struck another bridge, with an 89,000-ton vessel losing propulsion, though not all power, in the Kilvan Coal waterway near New York Harbor, which is a busy shipping lane between Staten Island and New Jersey. There, thankfully, there was a group of tugboats that guided it to a stop near the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, where it was repaired, with it eventually regaining power and safely anchoring outside the waterway. But with this, I'll say while it was reminiscent of what happened in Baltimore, unlike in that incident, this one had the U.S. Coast Guard managing vessel traffic service, which means that they're actually prepared for emergencies like this, which is maybe why nothing happened. But this is reportedly only 12 ports of vessel traffic service, and obviously Baltimore Harbors wasn't one of them. And then today is a good news, bad news situation for Elon Musk and Twitter. And I'll start with the good news, right? His recruitment effort to get Mr. Beast in, to try to use him as a way to go like, hey, this is a place to post videos. It appears to be working out, at least to some degree. But Mr. Beast posted an update over the weekend saying posting videos on X has been awesome so far. And with that, including a screenshot of view metrics from the first video that he uploaded having the most views with 177 million. And more importantly, also adding, so far it's been around $1 million in ad revenue. I'm just adding it to my video budget, so now I can spend more on content, lol. And so a number of people are seeing this as a win, at least for Mr. Beast. Because of course, on the other side, there's long been speculation that 1, Twitter inflates video view counts, and 2, people and outlets have previously accused the company and Musk of using back-end tricks to specifically make Mr. Beast videos bigger. And during all this, we've seen no shortage of creators going, I'm not getting anywhere near that Mr. Beast money. And that including some of the biggest creators on the platform. And notably, all this is Twitter's kind of just been needing a win lately. Especially as 1, there have been reports of users decreasing, and now 2, this is actually one of the biggest stories of the day, it's feud with Brazil, with the Supreme Court judge in the country now investigating Elon Musk for obstruction and for refusing to comply with orders to block fake news. And to give you some background here, that judge has been trying to combat online disinformation and hate speech, citing its threat to democracy. And recently, the court actually ordered X to block certain accounts in the country, and while we don't know exactly what accounts this was applied to, it was likely ones that have been accused of spreading fake news. Now at first, Twitter complied because it was facing hefty daily fines if it kept those accounts up. But then we saw Musk quickly reverse course, unblocking the accounts and condemning the judge for putting the company in this position, writing, "We are lifting all restrictions. This judge has applied massive fines, threatened to arrest our employees, and cut off access to X in Brazil. As a result, we will probably lose all revenue in Brazil and have to shut down our office there. But principles matter more than profit." And saying this judge has brazenly and repeatedly betrayed the Constitution and people of Brazil. He should resign or be impeached. And Musk also vowing to publish all the demands from the court and reasons why those demands violate Brazilian law. And so now with that, you have the court shooting back at Musk, with the Associated Press reporting that the judge is now including Musk in an ongoing investigation over the spread of fake news, and also opened a separate obstruction investigation into Musk as well. With that judge writing, "The flagrant conduct of obstruction of Brazilian justice, incitement of crime, the public threat of disobedience of court orders, and future lack of cooperation from the platform are facts that disrespect the sovereignty of Brazil." And with that, many outlets have noted that the fake news problem has been a priority in the country since last year, right when Bolsonaro supporters stormed government buildings in an event that paralleled January 6th. And so also with this, the investigation has gotten some support, with Brazil's Attorney General tweeting, "It is urgent to regulate social networks. We cannot live in a society in which billionaires domiciled abroad have control of social networks and put themselves in a position to violate the rule of law, failing to comply with court orders and threatening our authorities." So notably, not everyone supports this, where the judge opening these investigations has been criticized in the past by people who think that he's overstepped when it comes to free speech. And we've seen some conservative politicians in the country praising Musk for going against the judge. But as far as what's going to happen here, we're going to have to wait to see. And this is an important one for several reasons, but also because Brazil is actually a major market for X. And then, if I had to choose one word to describe the weather of 2024 so far, it would be wet. Between what's felt like the endless rain in California and the South to all the snowstorms spread out everywhere else, wet is the the word. And for all you errand runners, hikers, and vacationers out there, you don't want to let the weather control what you do. And luckily, the fantastic partner of our show, Vessi, they have you covered. And they have you covered in style. Be it my weekenders or my new Vessi Stormburst low tops, which are easy to slip in and out of, I'm still good to do just about anything all day in the same shoe I was wearing out in the elements. I'm taking my beautiful wife out to dinner. And reliable is another word that comes to mind when I think of Vessi. Right, they're ideal for any occasion that might find you around water, coastal walks, exploring outside the city, forest, camping, snowy days, boating. I'm just listing a lot of activities. Heading down on damp mornings, boom, another one. Washing your car, why won't Phil stop? Because there's no limit. So what are you waiting for? Just go to Vessi.com/DeFranco to get 15% off your first order. And also, I'd say check out Vessi's super sleek Astoria backpack. It's 100% waterproof. The main thing, that's Vessi.com/DeFranco. And then Israel is pulling back from southern Gaza, right? That's the news that's all over the headlines. But that news may not mean what you think it does. Instead, they're doing it in preparation for what many fear is a massive attack on Rafah, right? The last major city in Gaza. The area on the border with Egypt, and it's where the Israelis told everyone to evacuate to if they didn't want to be in the middle of the Gaza City and Han Yunis invasion. Which is why right now, Rafah is completely filled to the brim with people with literally nowhere to go. It currently has over 1.4 million Gazans. That's over half the territory's population. And this is, it's not like they can just head back to their former homes in Han Yunis. But the emphasis on the word former is Israel has leveled much of it, with one resident even describing it as all just rubble, saying animals can't live here, so how is a human supposed to? And the expected attack on Rafah comes as months of negotiations over a ceasefire have continued to break down. And this, as this won't be shocking to you, both sides have blamed the other for a breakdown in negotiations. So this is, there's a lot of pressure on Israel to get one in place, right? As the time for the hostages being held is quickly running out as more and more turn up dead. Right? And so that, coupled with the mounting death toll and really bad PR from this war, it's led to officials within Israel calling for new elections this year. Right? And it's not just coming from outside the government either. Even War Minister Benny Gantz is pressuring Bibi to hold elections. And Bibi withholding elections, right, that's not his shot, because he's very unpopular right now, and 50% of Israelis apparently think that he's doing things for mostly political motivations now. And then, of course, comes the international pressure. You know, Israel's partners are increasingly growing tired of the war and how Israel's conducting it, with it often seeming they have little regard for anyone on the ground, with that including aid workers, including those working with Jose Andres in the World Central Kitchen. The IDF calling those killings a massive error. But this, as critics have pointed out, that incidents like that, they happen so regularly that it's hard to believe that it was an error. And with that, we saw Andres criticize Israel for its actions, saying, "This doesn't seem a war against terror. This doesn't seem anymore a war about defending Israel. This really, at this point, seems it's a war against humanity itself." And this, as Doctors Without Borders have described Israel's actions as a slow-motion massacre of people to subject them to the kind of deprivation of food and water that they've been subjected to for the last 6 months. Right? So many killed, so many displaced, so much destruction. And it's because of all this we're seeing longtime allies like the US trying to get a ceasefire going and more aid to Gaza. Although notably, as the US is still willing to sell them weapons, much to the annoyance of an increasing number of Americans and lawmakers. But this, as other partners are seriously discussing canceling arms shipments, like with the UK. And then there are also countries who are trying legal routes to hamper Israel's war efforts, such as this morning when Nicaragua sued Germany at the International Criminal Court, claiming there that it was supporting an Israeli genocide in Gaza. And that lawsuit also asking the court to force Germany to reverse its decision to suspend the funding of UNRWA, as the group's long been accused by Israel of being a hotbed for Hamas members, with recent allegations indicating that some of its members may have been involved in the October 7th attack. And that leading to a whole group of countries such as the US and Germany pulling their funding in support of the group. Although notably since then, the Israeli claims have come under considerable scrutiny. And also, a big thing with this situation is with no matter what happens next, there's a good chance that shit will still be popping off. Because either Israel invades Rafah and we see whatever the hell that looks like, or it agrees to some kind of ceasefire. But even if that happens, there's a real threat of a regional war. Right? Israel and Hezbollah continually bomb each other, and Israel's conducted major airstrikes in neighboring Syria. And with Syria, I mean, that's a whole clusterfuck amid its civil war. But the most recent high-profile airstrike was in Damascus, where the Assad government still ruled. And that alone could be enough to spark a response from the military. But then making matters even worse is that the airstrikes killed 2 top Iranian generals and reportedly targeted their consulate. And Iran's involvement in Syria, that's its own set of problems. But Israel feels like it's being used as a springboard to attack Israel with proxies. Except after this airstrike, Iran's just threatening Israel itself and saying none of the embassies of the Israeli regime are safe anymore. So any sort of situation where there ends up being less fighting, it seems less and less likely these days. And then, in huge international news, we gotta talk about Ecuador and Mexico, because Ecuadorian police have raided the Mexican embassy in its capital city of Quito. Right? And this is a very big deal, because under the 1961 Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations, diplomatic premises are considered inviolable, with host country officials and law enforcement only being allowed to enter with the permission of the ambassador. And unlike a lot of international law, this is a rule that most countries, even the most well-known rule breakers, tend to follow, with there really being only a handful of cases of government-supported embassy attacks that actually actually happened, or the 1979 takeover of the American embassy in Iran being the most well-known. Though ironically enough, there's also another famous case of a raid on an Ecuadorian embassy in Cuba in 1981. Though notably, Israel has also just come under fire for its attacks against Iran's diplomatic premises in Syria, which have been criticized by UN officials and called by many a violation of international law as well. But jumping back to Ecuador, a key thing to note here is that they weren't targeting the embassy staff. Instead, they were actually arresting Jorge Glass, Ecuador's former vice president, who's been convicted of bribery and corruption, and who also notably was seeking asylum in Mexico on the claim that he was being politically persecuted. But with that said, a number of diplomats reportedly suffered injuries during the raid, and on top of that, the raid came at a time when tensions were already high between the two countries, with Ecuador declaring the Mexican ambassador persona non grata just last week after Mexican President AMLO criticized the country's election. And ultimately with this, international law experts and leaders across the region widely agree that the raid violated the Vienna Convention, with AMLO saying on Twitter that it was a flagrant violation of international law and sovereignty of Mexico, with that also declaring the suspension of diplomatic relations with the government of Ecuador. And this is Ecuador's neighbors, including both a right-wing Argentinian government and a left-wing Colombian government, criticizing the raid. And actually, Nicaragua has joined Mexico in severing diplomatic ties with Ecuador, and Mexico now moving forward with a case against Ecuador at the International Court of Justice, which notably is the same court where cases have been brought against Israel and now Germany regarding their role in the situation in Gaza. And while the United States hasn't issued the strongest condemnation of the raid, it has acknowledged it, with State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller simply saying, "The United States condemns any violation of the Vienna Convention, calling on the two countries to resolve their differences." And notably, with all this, again, ironically, Ecuador has historically been among those who have fiercely criticized this type of raid, as they're well known as being the country who sheltered WikiLeaks leader Julian Assange in their London embassy for 7 years. And back in 2012, when the British government threatened a raid, they said they were deeply shocked by the British government's threats against the sovereignty of the Ecuadorian embassy, and saying that it would be a clear breach of international law and the protocols set out in the Vienna Convention. So of course, with that is that there's a different government in Ecuador today than that, which is why there's really no way to know what happens from here, but we're gonna have our eyes on it. And then finally, today we have commentary. We dive into the comments from the last show and see what y'all had to say and if I have anything to add to it at all.
I go where the trouble is. Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. Yeah, I am that good.
New day, new friends, same old me.
I go where the trouble is.
Burdens of the past. Come closer. I am awakened. Take back what's ours.
I go where the trouble is.
I will not falter!
This is necessary. I go where the trouble is.
Yeah, I am that good. As you wish. violence to anti-violence.
Size doesn't mean everything. Doesn't mean everything.
Deny me no longer. This is necessary.
A taste of the dragon's fury! The power of a dragon! A taste of the dragon's fury!
This is necessary.
As you wish. I am awakened. By your command.
Move! I've got people to inspire.
Deny me no longer. This is necessary.
As you wish.
Stick to the plan.
We have a plan?
Stick to the plan.
We have a plan?
Why, thank you, darling.
Hello? You ready for me?
Okay, so we're doing this. Stick to the plan.
We have a plan?
Yeah.
Right.
What?
Where'd Tracy? Where'd she go?
She went to New Jersey
For what?
for fun. For that concert. I think she asked you if you wanted to go.
I don't remember anything about New Jersey.
It was in Brooklyn, but she's staying in New Jersey.
Oh. What's in Brooklyn? Is it the same guy?
No, it's some other. It's a really old guy.
What? Let's see. Oh, isn't that the Joker one?
Wait, the Joker sounds familiar. Is that an old guy?
Yeah, he's older. He was on like the Chinese version of The Voice as a judge.
Like, this is a guy that's like 66 or something. Is Joker that old?
How old is he? No, he's only like 40. He's only middle aged. Which is only like a few years older than me. Cat, will you stop?
I do need a
jumping on my
pack.
Huh?
I need a pack for our cruise tomorrow.
Oh shoot. She gets back and then has to like pack for the next trip.
Yes.
are calling.
Solid warm-up. Who's next?
That was a good flash. It looked like it really scared him.
I'm stunned forever.
Out of darkness, the moon is born new.
Forget the past. It only clouds the future.
Turn this around.
This I'm going Umbral, maybe faded.
This guy is also faded.
No
Cow,
one is
Shogun.
promised tomorrow.
I don't know what I'm going. Bruiser, sniper?
Or even a crossover between a bruiser and a sniper.
I don't have anything to tank. There's a little bit of ink shadow. Where's Charizard is also faded.
Prayer for your souls, torn from the night.
Two star.
Sold it.
Stand close to the Yorick so nobody takes him because they think that he's. Oh, never mind.
I already picked up a duder. Ruda.
Or run away from them.
Ooh, in shadow.
Their fates sealed by my hand.
Stacks in that fucker hand.
Travel awaits.
181.
A prayer for their souls, torn from the night.
No! Second hit reached me somehow. She was so low.
My destination is clear.
Fuck yeah, snowball.
A prayer for their souls, torn from the night.
He's 6 away. Oh, 5 away. 5 away.
A prayer for their souls, torn from the night.
Spirits are calling.
Run, Zyra.
Witness true strength.
about?
Oh my god.
Blew off.
What?
His ult.
His shield.
How much money do I have?
I don't know either.
Oh,
I don't think I want to get anything.
You should have seen the augment Darshana got earlier today that I've never seen.
what was that?
Units cost 0. Selling units gives you 0.
Oh, I've seen it, but I've never gotten it.
He's like, I don't think this is not good. I'm like, it costs 0 to get units. What's not good about that?
Yeah.
He's like, but I don't make money if I sell them. I'm like, but they cost nothing.
Yeah, buying them costs nothing.
Correct.
It's like, so the only thing you get money is from interest.
Yeah. I'm like, man.
It's a win-win situation.
I'm like, I would get first if I had that. I would just be re-rolling all the time until I got all level, all
you can't.
level 5 stars or whatever.
Rerolling costs though, no?
Yeah, still.
Yeah. But then you have more money to reroll.
Correct. We can't let them push us too back far, or else we ain't gonna be able to.
Oh.
If we lose the fight.
Oh. Time to move.
No, nobody wants to go in.
Yeah. No one wants to bat all in. Here it comes. And he gets a shield every time he goes in for that. Yeah. Can't. Oh, burn. Yes. My turn. Ugh.
Nah.
Stay.
The grave is your home. No prison can hold me.
This story is not yet finished.
Got 2 of them.
God damn, so much fucking true damage for that fucking dragon piece of shit. Well, that may have been game. Wait, no, maybe.
Oh man, yeah, he had quite a bit of true damage on these too. Over 1,000.
Both him and Shore are actually
Their fates sealed by my hand.
Alright, don't go in yet. Wait for me. I gotta get 30 more gold so I can get collector.
Motherfucker, I need to stop picking the goddamn champions that have such big debuffs. Forget the past. 80% damage down, 110% damage taken, 80% healing.
Mine's 90% damage dealt and 105% damage taken, so I'm right there with you pretty much.
No one is promised tomorrow.
Show some respect.
Oh. Oh my god. Stupid dragon still is. Oh, oh! Nice. Try to end it. End it. Oh, they surrendered. Came down to one last fight, Jared.
We win!
Did not think we were gonna win that one at first.
Nope. That's a good one to call it from.
Yep.
Now I'll give you a stage show, because I don't think you're a great stage show.
That works.
Yeah.
Woo!
See that damage.
Yeah, it didn't do too bad actually.
They're fucking smolder, 67.
Yeah, that's what happens, man. Smolder's nasty. Especially when you're all clumped up and he just cues, like it hits everybody.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Not my fault. They should have bowed.
Hey, I got a high noon brand icon.
Nice.
Legends are told in word and deed.
Got a new title. Where's this title? Friend Setter. Big plans for upcoming weekend? Going any place?
Their fates
Nope.
sealed by my hand.
Art is empty
No,
without
man.
empathy.
Well, no. It's if I want to go to a Renaissance festival myself. So I don't know.
tell a different tale.
My destination is clear. No prison can hold me. I roar, you bow.
Paint fades. Life fades.
Show some respect.
Out of darkness, the moon is born anew.
You watch horror movies?
Oh yeah, I like horror movies.
Are you gonna go watch The First Omen?
First Omen? I've heard of it, but I've probably will.
You remember the original Omen back in the day?
Yeah.
Like
It's been a while.
In the 80s movie?
It's been a while, but I've probably seen it.
That's a fucking classic. This is supposed to be like a prequel to it. And the reviews are saying it's actually like fucking fairly good. Like, whenever I get it on IMDb and see a horror movie, if it's got like a 7 for a rating, it's typically actually pretty good. Because I've like never seen a horror movie ever get like an 8 or above.
They're always really poor reviews.
Huh?
They're always so bad, the reviews usually for horror movies.
Yeah. Well, the reason I think
Not
horror
my
movies
fault.
always fucking
They should
suck
have bowed.
is just almost just try and focus on something that'll scare you
Yeah.
versus actually ever having like a good plot and dialogue and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like what was that movie, Julie, that we watched?
Midsummer?
No, the one before it.
The
By the
yeah.
same
What-
director.
Yeah. What is it called?
I don't know,
I can't
Joey. That's why
remember.
we asked you. Come on.
Yeah.
It's the one with the guy's sister gets killed.
With Tony Collette.
The power of a dragon.
Director. What was it called?
I don't know. I'll figure this out. Less than 5 minutes.
Hereditary.
Correct. Yep. That had a good plot. And
Yeah.
The acting was
A
really
taste
bad.
of the
The acting was
dragon's
really
fury.
good.
But then it had like horror aspects that kind of freaked you out.
Yeah.
So it was a good movie. One of my favorites is always Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Oh, I like that one.
I alone.
I wouldn't call it
decide
too scary of a movie, really, though.
No, but that's when I look at horror, I don't just look at does it fucking scare you. I
Yeah.
also look it's actually enjoyable to
Creep
watch.
you out or anything.
Because jump scares kind of get old.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So is it more of a psychological one that you actually think about?
I like psychological horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too much of a weenie to watch it by myself, but Those are the more interesting ones.
Heart is empty without empathy.
I mean, the remake of Evil Dead.
Yeah, it was good. You know what I really liked? Even though it was kind of stupid, was Cabin in the Woods.
That was a great one. I love that one.
Wish they would have made a sequel.
Yeah. The Mermaid.
Who would have thought it was the mermaid?
Yep. That was a good one. Eric Bana.
Eric Bana?
Bana.
Guy who played the Incredible Hulk one time.
Yeah. The one he was in. Deliver us from evil. That was a good one.
Be my canvas.
Not scary. Really. And also I made Julie watch As Above, So Below.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a budget one. And
Yeah.
that I really liked it.
Fun.
And the one Annabelle was good. You ever watch Annabelle?
Yeah, Annabelle was good. It Follows wasn't bad because it was like original and
Deliver Us from Evil. I think the first time that I saw the preview for that was at a movie that Ron and Darshan and I all went to. And I look over and Darshan is covering his eyes.
Did you watch the Haunting of Hill House series?
Time to take what's ours!
Those are really good.
Then there was that one on Netflix, Veronica. It was like the Italian one or something. It's supposed to be the scariest one of all time. It really wasn't. It was just another, I don't know, poltergeist one. But it was still, it wasn't bad.
Rotten Tomatoes #1 horror movie of all time. I wouldn't even consider this a horror movie. It's Alien.
Huh.
More of a sci-fi.
What about horror
Number
That
2
alien
is
was
That's the
scary
Right
as
One
heck.
Name.
Oh, I wanted to see that one.
Number 3 is Aliens. See, Jaws I wouldn't put as a horror movie either, but it's up here on the list.
Oh, third place. Tony's only lost one game. Guy over here. I really want to see that the right one, and I heard it was really good.
Yeah. Well, you can watch it whenever you want to.
Movie night.
Left the right one in.
Yeah.
I think I've seen the American version. Because I think they had an American version. Or I've watched the real one. I don't remember.
Wish my fate on anybody.
Let Me In. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one I saw.
Let Me In, yes.
That's the American version.
Yeah, that one's with
Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yeah, her.
I didn't even fucking realize that, and I've watched that movie, but it's been a long time.
Correct. Shaun of the Dead is on this list.
That's scary.
Such a good movie though.
It's good.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the Tucker and Dale vs. Evil?
Oh yeah. It's so stupid. So stupid, but so good.
Yep.
So many people die stupid ways.
Yeah, because wasn't it at the end? There was never a fucking evil person. Was there?
I don't even remember.
We all end the same.
Oh, you know what I actually liked as a kid? Probably stupid now. Is Jeepers Creepers.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Light him up.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
Was that a silly one?
Watch
It was
now.
definitely kind of a silly
No
one.
prison can hold me. Wouldn't wish my fate on anybody.
The Rob Zombie Halloweens aren't bad. Or at least the first two.
Weren't they like kitschy? Or something? Weren't they like kitschy or something? Like an ode to like old school horror movies?
Yeah, I mean it's just a slasher.
Yeah.
You consider it more
The power of a dragon.
It's more gory.
Did you like Megan?
Legends are told in word and deed.
A taste of the dragon's
I think
fury.
there's another one. There's another horror movie.
I'm gonna heat up some pizza.
Okay.
That's supposed to be pretty
Probably
good.
back in like 10 to 15.
Sure, sure.
Let me find out what it's called.
Back at tier 2.
Monkey Man is also out.
Is it really?
Monkey Man?
It's the Indian ripoff of John Wick.
That's funny.
You gotta see the preview, Julie. You gotta watch it. It's hilarious.
Late Night with the Devil.
I don't know if I've ever seen
That
it.
one.
Well, that's out in it's in the theaters right now.
So, so I definitely
Wait,
haven't
why
seen
is it in the movie theaters but this says it came out in 2020?
Yeah, I was like about to say.
I mean, it's showing at the Cinemark here. So maybe it's not everywhere.
It's only got 2 places here. And there's only like 2 time slots, so it's not. I guess it's
Yeah.
like a re.
I don't know.
showing?
It's got a 7.5 out of 10.
A new Quiet Place is coming out this year too.
I haven't seen the second one.
Oh, well, you should. Yeah,
The first one was good.
Yeah. The
Day
new one I
One.
think was called Quiet Place Day One.
Because that's like the prequel.
Yeah,
Who's in it?
same people. No, I'm just joking.
No, it's different people.
Yeah, and then that'd be weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be weird.
Well,
They probably would show up at the end
I
though.
am skeptical. Whenever they try and make something in the same realm,
Yeah.
but they don't use the same people. Because you already fell in love with the actors.
Yeah.
But this one gives you like what happened, like how they ended up being the creatures on Earth, how it became like what post-apocalyptic. Well, Late Night with the Devil is a Stephen King. Is it Stephen King?
Oh yeah, and they're remaking The Crow. Did you ever watch that?
Which one?
No, but
The Crow?
RIP.
Oh man, it did not look good.
The new remake?
Yeah, I'm very scared for that movie to come out.
I haven't seen previews, or I haven't seen like previews for it.
Go watch the preview right now. Do it.
That's kind of sucks because I actually like Bill Skarsgård.
I know, so do I.
Oh, but isn't he in another one that's coming out? Boy Kills World. That's coming out next weekend.
Is he in that one?
Mhm. Are you gonna see Immaculate? That one looks cool.
Which one?
Immaculate.
Immaculate.
Never heard that one.
Apparently, people are saying just go watch The First Omen
Instead of this one?
instead of Immaculate.
Oh.
Let me watch the trailer
This
for
one has
Immaculate
Sydney
real quick.
Sweeney.
But it's still, yeah. Maybe that was just someone that watched. I think it's someone that watched both and said they like the First Omen better. But yeah, I want to watch Boy Kills World. It's only got a 6.3, but it just looks like an action flick.
Omen looks scary.
What does?
Omen.
Yeah, the first Omen.
Yeah.
You gonna drive up to Wichita Falls this weekend and go see it?
Maybe you want to stream it.
How am I gonna stream it if I have to go to the movie theaters for it?
No, the original.
I don't
Are
have
you gonna
it.
see the new one? I haven't even seen the new one. Old one.
You haven't seen the old one. Well, I don't have it to stream it. Oh, maybe
I
I'll
don't
buy
either.
it.
Ooh, there's a way. I don't know where it's streaming. If it's streaming on anything. It's got Gregory Peck. That's old.
Yeah.
I remember watching like some movie where like there's like a lady that has a virgin birth and they're trying to figure out if it's like
Are you
son of
talking about
Christ,
the
like
Immaculate? Because I was kind of not listening because I was watching this trailer.
no,
But go
there's
ahead,
not.
Yeah, I
finish.
just
I
watched
think
the trailer
Immaculate
for it.
does happen too. But this one was like they don't know if it's like the son, like the devil's child or like God's child, and they like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't look that bad.
Which one?
The Crow.
Mm,
which one?
The Crow. It's a remake.
No.
It just gets me when people try to do remakes because usually it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Most of the time, yes.
Yeah.
The only exception.
Like they're
Dread.
making a Beetlejuice 2.
Oh, I don't want to see it.
You should see the. There's not much of a preview yet, I don't think.
Let's just look it up. Who the fuck is playing Beetlejuice?
Who the same person?
Michael Keaton?
Yep.
You
And
know.
Jenna Ortega's in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Monkey Man actually looks kind of fun though.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just so funny that it looks like a blatant ripoff of
John Wick.
John Wick.
Got Dev Patel though.
I'm gonna get a drink real quick. Be right back.
I
Hey, Winona Ryder's also in this again. William Dafoe, Monica Bellucci,
In what?
Catherine O'Hara. Okay, this actually, I'm a little excited about that.
Are you talking about?
Beetlejuice.
Oh, they're doing a Beetlejuice remake?
No, it's a follow-up. It's not
Oh.
a remake.
Well, you gotta have Winona Ryder if you're gonna do
Yeah, you
another.
have Winona. It's Michael Keaton again as
Yeah,
Beetlejuice.
he's gotta. Oh, jeez. I would watch that. I like
It's supposed to
Beetlejuice.
come out in September.
What'd you think of the Immaculate trailer?
Oh, the what?
The Immaculate trailer?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh.
I mean, I will probably watch it. I don't know if I'll go to the movies for it.
Yeah.
'Cause that's got what's her name in it, right?
Sydney Sweeney?
Yeah.
Looks cool. I don't know what she's in.
You ever watch The Witch?
No. What is that one?
That's with I can't think of it. It was the blonde girl that was in the last like big Viking movie with the other Skarsgård brother. But it's basically like kind of during the time period of like the Salem witch trials and shit.
Oh, shit.
It's not really a scary movie at all,
Hmm.
but I still enjoyed it.
Alright, I'm back.
He's back.
You like Godzilla movies?
They're not bad.
Julie?
Yeah. I've only seen like one. I don't really
Okay,
have a
can't talk
big
to you
opinion.
anymore.
The 2000 or was it 90s one?
The 90s one is the one with Matthew Broderick.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad actually, that one.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. That was definitely an Americanized one.
I haven't seen any of the old ones though.
They're pretty cheesy, most of the old ones.
Okay,
I feel like I would enjoy it.
But I still love them.
Did you see -1?
Oh yeah, that one probably one of the best Godzilla movies of all time.
Okay, that one looked really cool. I want to see
Which
that
is
one.
crazy. For one, they had a great story in it, and then they also had really good CGI. And like, if you look at it, I think they got like a $25 million budget for that movie, and some of the CGI is better than the stuff that the Americans put out that cost like 400 million.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous how much they didn't use on that movie, and it still looks better than a lot of the other ones. It is crazy.
What was it? But they're coming out with that Kong one, right? I don't know about how I feel about that one.
That's the second movie of the Godzilla vs. Kong.
But now they're like helping each other.
Yeah. Well, they helped each other in the first one.
Did they?
Yeah, because Mecha Godzilla came out.
Nice.
Yeah. So they had to beat up Mecha Godzilla.
Oh, the console was Whackin' Chow?
Okay. I don't know him. To talk to the mayor, the mayor's missing. In this game.
Never a dull moment.
When life gives you sour bandleberries, make bandle brew.
Oh, never mind. I was like, I thought I didn't have a second person on board.
I go where the trouble is. Never a dull moment.
I am living change.
Yeah, I am that good.
Up for a showdown?
Yeah, I'm playing a little Deep Rock Galactic Survivor for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Death is not always a release.
Not a bad little game, actually.
I go where
And
the
after that,
trouble
I'm
is.
gonna get into the old Dragon's Dogma. Are you done playing it already, dear?
No, I was trying to think, like, was it Saturday that I was playing? And I was gonna go try and kill Medusa again. Level up the gear that I had. Because I got the last class.
Oh yeah, well, what's the last two classes?
The last two is magic.
Yeah, I am
What?
that good.
Yeah, it's not that good. So, like the magic bow person, it has like multiple arrows that will fire, but it just doesn't do as much damage. But you can hit like multiple times. And then the last one is called Warfare. And Warfare is just, if you have that equipped, you can equip all of the weapons from the other classes.
This world needs hope.
Which, pretty cool concept, but they fucking failed on the execution. Because you know how you only have 4 abilities?
Yeah.
Well, you still only have 4 abilities. And one ability from the Warfare is taken up to say rearmament. So you can literally equip every weapon from every class and use every weapon. But you still now then only have 3 abilities that you have to pick from whatever class. And if you pick something from the warrior, then you gotta switch to the fucking double-handed sword to use that ability. So it's not as good. Like I thought maybe it was gonna be you switch classes and then you could use like the abilities from that class to another, but that's not the way it works. It's okay. It does allow you to put whatever armor you want on, regardless, because
this is necessary.
I guess it puts all of like the core strengths and stuff from each one. And but it does seem like it's okay if you only focus on 2. Like I right now just have the fighter, so sword and shield, and I equipped the bow as the secondary. So you can switch over to a range real quick and then go back to melee.
All right.
But it doesn't feel though that the bow is doing as much damage as when I was just.
I find them.
But anyways,
unworthy.
on my way to go back to try and fight Medusa, there's those stupid fucking birds near a cliff. In the last couple of goddamn times that I have fought them near the cliff, they have picked up one of my pawns and thrown them in the water, and then I had to go to get another one.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So I told them to just stay put, and I was firing across the bridge to hit one of them.
Yeah.
And then accidentally fucking shot the bridge down. I was like, well, I don't feel like running all the way around to the other bridge and then coming all the way back. Because that bridge is the only one that like led to the path that you need to go down. So I'm trying to debate if I really want to like upgrade all the armor and weapons that I want right now, and then go kill the final boss, because I'm at end game basically.
Okay.
And I also decided I don't think I'm gonna give a fuck about doing the Sphinx trials. I did the first 5, but then like the next 5 are just gonna take so fucking long.
Yeah.
You know? I looked at like the rewards, and I don't think the rewards were really worth it, since in the end it's like it was gonna give you like one of the new weapons for the trickster class. If you don't do any damage, you just put it like illusions out that distract the enemy, so you need your pawn to do all the damage. Now there are some cool things, like you can apparently like trick monsters to go jump off of a fucking cliff and all kill themselves.
Yeah.
But it's some of the stuff is just very situational. And I think I'd rather physical damage. I did did not do the mage for myself, and I didn't do the sorcerer. But apparently, watching a streamer, like in his title, it said the sorcerer won't get busted.
Really?
Target marked.
Out of darkness, the moon is born anew.
I think they're supposed to be coming out with
Darkness
some
and
DLC
light.
in the future for Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it.
'Cause I was reading something, an article about it, saying that the devs have been like asking the community what would they like to see in a DLC.
Or cooler animals or monsters.
Burdens of the past.
Yeah, the lack of different monsters is kind of. I mean, you're basically just fighting goblins everywhere, every area that you go to. 2 or 3 different types of and then wolves and wisdom. I think the giant monsters are more fun.
Right, that's why they just need more of them.
Yeah.
I find them unworthy.
But it's still just nice to have a bigger variety of enemies to fight.
Yeah.
Even the little ones.
Target marked.
And one thing that I did not think about until I'm almost done at the end.
Yeah.
Is that when you need like materials for upgrading items, some of them are kind of rare. Like Medusa only spawns once, but she's only in one location and she respawns like every 5 to 6 days.
This
And
world
then
needs
there's other stuff that you need from like the treasures. Collect some of their materials if you need multiple of them to upgrade. There's a town. There's a guy that will duplicate items. Instead of having to wait to fight the bosses again. But apparently it's still kind of a slow process I was reading. Like you give them an item, you can only duplicate one at a time. It takes a day. So it's like you have to give them the item, then go to a fucking campsite and
I will not falter!
No shadow without light.
Come closer.
All right, got the glitch.
Never
to
a
work, so I
dull
can start
moment.
leveling up now.
Gotta love glitches.
Yeah, the glitch actually was not hard on this.
I'm Zoe. What's your name?
Our will collide.
Darkness and light.
Funny part is, like, as soon as you get the glitch, you can literally stay on the stage for as long as you want. The monsters will just keep coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So most times when I get the glitch, I'll level up until I can actually not have to move and run away from monsters. And then I would just sit there for like 20 minutes to level up and go watch some videos.
What a way to play a game.
Yep. Is that considered a projectile? If it's not, that's a throwable. That sucks. Okay.
Let me show you darkness!
Never a dull moment. Darkness and light.
If I can get to 10, I would get 10 mythic, but I don't know if I can get to 10.
Look what you made me do!
No place is safe while I'm free.
Such a waste.
Oh yeah, now we got the weapon I wanted. See if it
So
works.
basically, when you get the glitch, you win the game.
I mean, you only do 5 levels and then it's over. And then you go to the next, like, harder section. So you don't really win the game because once you get through those 5 levels, it resets all your stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a video on now.
Let me show you darkness!
Oh, 8th place again. Oh, I still, yep.
You said 8th place again?
Yeah.
You joining the crew, Julie. Okay.
Oh, man. I got like,
Are
I
you
guess
on
I'm
ranked or hyper roll?
ranked.
What the level are you?
I was tier silver 3, and then I got promoted to silver 2. Now I'm gonna be demoted back to silver 3.
I just got demoted to silver 4 last game, so.
Oh, man.
Darshan is also silver 3. So we're all right there.
Hell yeah.
Look at this Tony Sky Guys team.
Yeah, he's pretty much has my team. That's why I couldn't build anything. Well, he went Invoker though. But all the mythic I couldn't get.
I need one more Shen.
There are like games I've played where the Shen just like beats the crap out of my entire team.
I mean, my Shen's not very good.
Does he have items? Yeah. He does have items.
Come closer.
Live your journey or die in mine.
Some call me evil. Shall I prove them right?
Last round for me. I just need to roll till I get a Shen, I guess.
You don't want that.
The Shenaning.
The Shenaning.
Into the dark!
my god, I had to answer the phone and I didn't get to roll and stuff. I got the Shen, but I didn't have time to use the duplicator.
Not in time. Rip. Oh, I got to 0. Silver 2.
Silver 2?
Yeah, I didn't get
You still
demoted
silver
yet.
2. Yeah, you need one more loss.
Yeah.
Oh well, gotta go. I'll be back
Alright.
next week.
Later. Have fun.